It starts with a laugh in an interview, a blushing confession, maybe even a viral tweet. But for these celebrities, those playful crushes weren't just talk. They led to unexpected, unforgettable meetups, some so surreal you'd swear it was scripted. But it wasn't. It was real. And it was all caught on camera. Number 1. Billie Eilish meets Justin Bieber. Billie Eilish had been a Justin Bieber superfan since childhood. She once posted videos defending him online, crying to his music, and hugging a cardboard cutout like it was real. She admitted in interviews that she thought he was in love with her and once said he was the start of it all.
Justin Bieber. That was like my first love. Like, that was the person I was in love with. In my head, he was in love with me. It was like a relationship with...
Backstage at Coachella 2019, Billie had just finished performing when Justin appeared. Her face changed in an instant. Her eyes widened, her lips parted, and she froze up completely. When Justin opened his arms, Billie folded into him completely. She clutched his hoodie and kept her eyes shut, staying in that hug longer than most people would. Her body leaned in like she was letting out something she'd been holding in for years. Number 2. Ariana Grande meets Jim Carrey. Ariana had spoken openly about her love for Jim Carrey for years. She called him her childhood crush, her inspiration, and even tweeted, "Meeting Jim Carrey would make me drop dead." She loved him not just for his comedy, but for how he handled his sadness and mental health. In multiple interviews, she said he made her feel okay being sensitive. And the set of Kidding in 2019, cameras captured Ariana's dream turning into reality. As soon as Jim walked into the room, Ariana's entire body stiffened. Jim reached out for a hug, and the second they touched, Ariana's face crumbled. She started crying right there.
I mean, I have to.
Hi, Ariana.
Oh my god. She's crying. You've done it.
Her voice caught in her throat, and her eyes went glassy. Jim held her with calmness. It felt like he knew how big this was for her. She stayed close, barely letting go, like she was still afraid it wasn't real. That was a dream coming full circle, and she felt every second of it. Number 3. Selena Gomez and Shia LaBeouf. Selena Gomez wasn't shy about her admiration for Shia LaBeouf. In multiple interviews, she called him her celebrity crush and even said, "I used to get made fun of in school because I liked Shia LaBeouf." In a 2011 appearance on the radio, she was asked again about her Hollywood crush, and without skipping a beat, she smiled and said, "Shia LaBeouf." Then, one afternoon in 2011, while she was filming a segment at Fox Studios, her team decided to surprise her. They told her she'd be walking into a room to greet some fans. A crew followed her casually down a hallway. She looked relaxed, smiling like it was just another day on set. And then, boom. She stepped into the room and saw him, Shia LaBeouf, right there. Her face dropped.
Okay. Hello. Oh my gosh.
She froze in the doorway for a split second. Her hands clung to his arm like she didn't want to let go. Her voice trembled as she laughed nervously and said, "I'm so sorry to disappoint you." Shia laughed, stayed cool.
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
I'm so sorry to bother you.
Thanks for being so sweet to me. You're really sweet to me.
Thank you. I admire
It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
He didn't act like a big star. That just made the moment even more emotional. After a short exchange, she turned to leave. And the second she stepped out of that room, she let out a scream, one of those raw, overwhelmed kind of screams.
Nice to meet you.
You're bright red.
The crew laughed behind the camera, but Selena was clearly trying to process what just happened. Number 4. Emma Watson and Tom Felton. Back in 2009, During the Harry Potter era, Emma Watson surprised many fans by revealing in interviews that she had a big crush on her on-screen co-star, Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy.
Between sort of the ages of 10 and 12, I had a really terrible crush on Tom Felton.
Emma even joked in interviews, "I always looked for Draco's name on the call sheet."
I used to come in every day and look for his number on the call sheet. It was number 7.
It was genuine, personal, and something fans absolutely love. On January 30th, 2020, during the Harry Potter 20th anniversary Return to Hogwarts special, cameras showed Emma returning to the iconic set for a reunion filmed at Leavesden Studios. As the camera panned over the Great Hall, Emma appeared, her face lighting up. She scanned the benches, recognizing familiar faces, then locked eyes with Tom. Then she moved forward. Emma walked straight into a big side hug. Her arms wrapped around him with ease, like she felt safe in that gesture. She rested her head on his shoulder for a long moment, her body leaning in like a tired friend finding comfort. Next on the list, Sophie Turner and her teenage crush, Justin Bieber. Way back during the Game of Thrones days, Sophie Turner, who played the fierce and graceful Sansa Stark, wasn't shy about her feelings. In interviews from 2016 and 2017, she openly called Justin Bieber her ultimate crush. She had posters, the teenage bedroom fantasies, the whole thing. In one clip, she giggled saying she wanted to hang out with Justin Bieber like every girl back then. It wasn't something she said once and moved on. This was part of her fangirl identity that her followers totally loved.
He sat there shirtless in this like dark room getting a head massage, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
It was real. The kind of real that doesn't care how many red carpets you've walked. Because in that moment, she was just a girl meeting the pop star that shaped her teenage years.
Like cried for like 5 minutes. Turned around, I was like, hi.
It wasn't long, but it didn't have to be. Every emotion was written on her face. It was all caught in a single moment that turned years of crush talk into reality. Jennifer Lawrence meets her crush Jack Nicholson way back in 2013, right after she won the Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook. Jennifer Lawrence was glowing from head to toe. She was 22, holding her first Academy Award, and joking around like usual during her interview with ABC. But anyone who had followed her interviews before knew something else. Jennifer had always had a crush on Jack Nicholson. She'd talked about him more than once in a playful way, calling him dreamy and even admitting that he made her nervous in the best way. That same night, while sitting down for her post-win interview, everything lined up. In the middle of answering questions, Jack Nicholson walked up behind her. No warning, no cue. Jennifer turned her head and instantly gasped.
Hope you got a fan here.
Her body stiffened up just for a second. She let out a quick laugh and tried to play it cool, but the way her eyebrows jumped said it all. Jack, being Jack, leaned in with that classic grin and told her she did a great job in the film. Jennifer's smile turned into a giggle, and she tilted her head, clearly caught off guard. She even asked the camera crew, "Is he still here?"
Is he still here?
I'll be waiting.
Oh my God!
Looking over her shoulder like he might pop out again. She laughed again, leaned back in her chair, and said, "Oh my God," like someone who is trying to process what just happened in real time. Next up, Emilia Clarke meets her crush Matt LeBlanc. Back in 2016, Emilia Clarke, best known as Daenerys in Game of Thrones, sat on the Graham Norton show and openly admitted she had a crush on Friends star Matt LeBlanc. She blushed, giggled,
Actually blushing.
and even made him say, "How you doin'?" live on air.
I do have one slight request from you, though.
What's that?
So would you be able to ask me how I'm doing?
Oh, yes, do.
Matt turned, smiled at her, and dropped the iconic line, "How you doing?"
Thank you.
How you doing?
Emilia just melted. She laughed and curled up slightly in her seat like she was trying not to explode from excitement. She instantly lit up, covered her face, and laughed like someone who just got caught doodling hearts around a name in their notebook. That moment went viral, showing a genuine mix of embarrassment and excitement that ran deeper than a simple fan comment. Back in 2008, during the height of Gossip Girl buzz, Blake Lively was asked about her celebrity crush on the red carpet. Without hesitation, she answered, Ryan Reynolds, smiling like a dream had just come true. She mentioned him again in later interviews, calling him funny and everything you could hope for in a guy.
You guys can see impossibly likable.
It wasn't a one-off comment, her fans caught it, and it became part of her early public persona. Fast forward a few years to the Green Lantern press tour in 2010, they were filming together. Off-screen fun emerged, Ryan teasing Blake on stage, and her laughing so hard she had to steady herself. A spark was visible, but their story was just beginning. The real turning point came in 2011. Mid-press interviews, Ryan leans over to whisper something silly while Blake is answering a question. Her spontaneous laugh and the way she brushes his arm say everything. That moment wasn't planned. The cameras caught it, and hurried typing broke out in fan forums. She's the one who said she used to have a crush on him. Two people who once existed in fandom now unmistakably together. That progression, from teenage crush spoken in interviews to playful on-screen chemistry and public embrace, is rare and genuine. It didn't end in a quick camera moment. It continued into dates, marriage in 2012, and a family that's still going strong. 9. Sandra Bullock meets her Speed co-star crush, Keanu Reeves, back in 1994. During the production of Speed, Sandra Bullock confessed that she had developed a crush on Keanu Reeves. It wasn't something lost to rumor, it came from her own mouth during a December 2018 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where she said, I think about how sweet Keanu Reeves was and how handsome he was.
I think about how sweet Keanu Reeves was and how handsome he was.
It was hard for me to be serious. And then came the twist. Later on the same episode, Ellen shared that Keanu had also admitted a crush on Sandra, saying he obviously didn't know she had a crush on him either.
She obviously didn't know I had a crush on her either.
They didn't meet as fangirl and idol in real time, but this TV moment was full of genuine warmth, mutual respect, and hidden admiration brought to light decades later. Sandra laughed, covering her face and admitting her own nervousness around him. Her smile was shy but proud. Two people reflecting on a mutual admiration that grew quietly, then surfaced on live television. That moment didn't end in a hug or a meetup. It ended in shared laughter, warm confessions, and a rare glimpse of two people connecting emotionally, even decades after they first crossed paths. Pink meets her crush, Johnny Depp. Back in May 2016, singer-songwriter Pink admitted during her Jimmy Kimmel Live interview that Johnny Depp was her celebrity crush, so much so that she'd once hidden behind records to avoid talking to him in a record store. She told Kimmel, My husband made me meet him. I didn't want to meet him. That clip went viral because it revealed a real fangirl side to someone still seen as powerful and confident. Later in the show, Depp was brought out as a surprise. Pink visibly froze, covering her face and slamming her hands over it. The camera caught her bright red cheeks, her quick nervous laugh, and the moment she melted into a hug with him. She immediately said, That was awful, still walking away mid-interview, laugh turning into embarrassed joy.
You don't.
This wasn't a big glamour arrest moment. It was a real, slightly awkward, totally authentic fangirl encounter caught on national television. Adele meets her crush, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Back in 2021, Adele, global superstar and Grammy winner, revealed on a UK TV special that she was a massive fan of The Rock. She said, Someone I've never met, that I think I would actually cry is The Rock.
Someone I've never met that I think I would actually cry is The Rock, but
I was the biggest wrestling fan when I was younger. That confession sparked headlines because it showed even the most confident performers can get starstruck. Moments later at the 2023 Grammys, The Rock and Adele were introduced live on stage. The camera caught it all, Adele stepping forward, reacting visibly hesitant at first, then breaking into a big, delighted grin. Her eyes lit up, and she melted into a warm, slightly shaky hug. The Rock returned it gently, looking genuinely moved. No words. Just that real, heartwarming fan experience caught on camera.
Adele meet The Rock meet Adele. First time ever.
Kristen Bell meets her crush, Jason Momoa, in 2022. During the Late Late Show, host James Corden revealed to Kristen Bell that her guest, Jason Momoa, was someone she had fangirled over for years. When Jason Momoa tapped her shoulder, she visibly froze, blushed, and giggled
You were a huge fan.
nervously.
That's beautiful. That's an honor.
She admitted on air she'd been fangirling and even went to one of his premiere events dressed in costume. That tap, smile, and shy giggle all caught live. These were the moments when celebrities expressed their love for fellow actors. All of them were full of joy and awkward meetups. They shared a screen for seconds, but the moment lived far beyond it. That first glance, the awkward laughter, it's all anyone needed to remember that even celebrities have their can't believe this is happening moments. There's more waiting. Stick around if you want more stories that actually happened. Follow the channel for more moments like this. Tap subscribe and come back for the next one.